Hey everybody. Well, it's finally here. The last preseason game is upon us this evening when the Packers face the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I'm not going to do a video about predictions of the game or even really talk about the game. The game itself is really uninteresting to me. The fun of it will be watching some of the position battles and some of these players who are fighting for their jobs. We're going to see if they do something special and make the team. And the real interesting part of the preseason is when we get to the final cutdowns. Who is going to make the roster? Who is out? Who do they put on injury reserve or PUP? Who do they bring in? Who do they sneak onto the practice squad? As always, we're going to see a few surprises that we didn't think of. So that'll be fun to watch, and more on that in the coming days. What I wanted to point out today is two podcasts that I found very interesting. You may or may not be aware of these two podcasts, but I thought it would be worth mentioning. The first one is called The QB School. This is a podcast by J.T. O'Sullivan, who was a former NFL quarterback. What's great about this podcast is he breaks down the film of quarterback play, and he really gets into pretty good detail of quarterback play. He recently did an episode where he broke down Jordan Love's second preseason game against the Saints. So right here, I am going to insert a clip of that podcast.
Jordan Love, preseason, week 2. We're diving into it. First one here, 3rd and 3. It's just a weird throw. I mean, I wish I had a better answer for it. I'm going to guess that he just didn't put this ball where he wanted on an inside fade, but the wide receiver sure as hell didn't help him out here with the wrong shoulder turn. Looks like he's getting surprised with the ball. So first of all, it's 3rd and 3. We're going to take a shot inside fade. All right, we throw a touchdown off a fade. We miss some back shoulders later in the game. To me here, you'd love to drop this down the line of the wide receiver, but you have this whole area to fade it. It's called a fade. So I would love to see the wide receiver come up here. Yeah, the ball's outside. Just fade into it a little bit more as opposed to looking over your left shoulder, turning to try to find it with your right shoulder, and then being surprised that it's back the other way. So are there some accuracy concerns over the course of this performance? Hell yes. But is it always as bad as it looks? Probably not either. Like, this to me is you'd love to make that a much better throw, but I'd love to see him just fade and kind of fall backwards and make that catch, as opposed to turning over your other shoulder, looking like you're surprised by the ball. But let's not let Jordan Love off the hook here either. This is not where he wants to put this ball. But again, you pretty rare to see the wrong shoulder turn catch. Whew. Just fade into it. Keep fading to the sideline. And I think that play is easier.
The second podcast to bring your attention to is one I talked about in an earlier video. It's Bussin' with the Boys, which centers around a lot of NFL football. On today's episode that was released today, they talked to David Bakhtiari and Robert Tunyon. It was a really fun episode, and they went through a lot of the practical jokes and behind-the-scenes things that the players do. I always enjoy these two guys talking, and I think David Bakhtiari is a really funny guy. So I hope you enjoy the clip, which I am going to insert here.
Yeah,
he's the favorite to Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Are you Matt? Is Matt your dad? He's coach before your dad?
He's my head coach.
Is he your daddy?
He's my head coach.
Hey, is he his daddy?
No, but Matt, you're Matt's favorite. Aaron doesn't count. That does not count.
Look, let's put it like this. I make a lot of jokes. I have a lot of fun.
And they let him slide.
And he lets him slide.
Yeah.
You can afford to make these jokes, probably.
I don't know how much more I can afford, but at this point,
I'll tell you what, Dave's best joke, and it's not even a real joke. It's just the most unnecessary time. It's the perfect timing, but it's unnecessary timing when he makes fart noises in meetings. It could be something dead serious, Can you do the fart noise so everyone understands what it is?
Yeah. So
Nothing like
make a really bad joke. Just something.
You'd be like, you guys like this? You guys like this? Like trying to like, joke around because it was like a bad play or whatever, like a bad video.
Like, we're gonna have like night meetings. Okay, so we're not changing the schedule. We have night meetings, and we're like, no, I'm just kidding, guys. We're not gonna have night meetings. You guys have it off. And like, we kind of already knew it was gonna have off.
Yeah.
Kind of quiet, and then I'll just be like,
but loud. And it is perfect timing every time. And it gets me every time.
And everyone loves it.
something simple, something slight.
Would you say you're the funniest dude on the team? Would you say he's the funniest dude on the team?
I have said that.
Really?
My first podcast, I said, remember my first podcast on here, I said he was the funniest person on the team.
That's going to do it for me today, but I thank you for checking out the video. Please make sure you subscribe and you subscribe to the channels of the Pack Attack. All those links I'm going to include in the description. I am also going to include links to the podcasts that I talked about and the ones you saw the clips for. So be sure to check those out as well. Thanks, everyone. Go Pack!